and welcome to Mic Drop, where I'm going to help you ace your next audition, or just learn to sing a little better. So today, the topic is falsetto. So what is falsetto? If you don't already know, it's one of the vocal registers that you can choose between your chest voice, where you're singing with a lot of, kind of feeling it vibrate a little bit lower, singing with a lot of core in your sound, or your head voice, where you've got a little bit lighter placement, rather than falsetto is a vocal register characterized by an even lighter, breathier tone quality that's produced by partially disconnecting the vocal cords. When you sing in falsetto, the vocal cords vibrate only on the edges, creating a sound that's higher in pitch and lighter in tone than your regular singing voice. So you sing, that's falsetto. So often it's associated with male singers who use it to sing way, way higher than you can with your regular voice. But female singers can also sing in falsetto. It's just it's that tone quality where you're just getting the edges of your vocal cords to vibrate. And it's commonly used in different genres. A lot of pop music and rock music. They might go up really high using their falsetto. It's just a stylistic choice. It often is used in times to create the sense of emotional vulnerability or intimacy in a song. So one song that I always use falsetto on, for example, if you're talking about in a musical theater context, is the song Bring Him Home from Les Miserables. So this song in particular is a prayer. It's supposed to be the main character, Jean Valjean, is praying to God to spare the life of Marius, who's been wounded in battle. And so you don't want to be, when you're praying, it's this soft kind of intimate pleading. You don't want to be, God on high, hear my prayer. Make it all like operatic. That is a choice. I've never seen anybody make that choice before. But instead, going into your falsetto, and it makes it sound a little bit more vulnerable and intimate. God on high, hear my prayer. So that's a stylistic choice that I use when I sing that song. So one thing about falsetto is that you still have to maintain good breath support and control. This lighter tone is very delicate. And if you don't actually have enough air, enough support, it could end up falling flat. Another thing that's going to help you with is transitioning. If you're going from your chest voice, your head voice into falsetto and back down, that's something you might need to practice, because that transition point can be a little tricky, especially keeping a good breath support through that. So actually the song Bring Him Home is a really good example of that, where sometimes I sing, on high, hear my prayer in my need, and I'm going back down into my head voice. You have always been there. So I transition from my falsetto into my head voice. Always been there, where I'm using all of my vocal cords again. But that can be tricky, and it's definitely not going to be easy if you don't have good breath support. That transition requires a really good supply of air, so that you're not going to run out of air while you're trying to make that transition. That's a recipe for kind of a vocal hiccup, where it sounds like there's a break. It's not going to sound smooth. But with practice, just like anything in singing, you can learn to control and blend your falsetto with other registers of your voice. It opens up more tools in your toolbox. You can have a more versatile and expressive sound. There's other places you can take it that you couldn't without your falsetto. So it's also just really important to approach falsetto singing with care so that you don't strain your voice or push your voice beyond its limits. Like, I can sing higher with my falsetto, but it's not unlimited. I can't just keep on going up and up and up forever. There's a point where that too is, you're feeling kind of strained. Don't try to push that, because that can lead to vocal fatigue. That can lead, to getting worn out, and you just don't want that. Especially if you're feeling pain, feeling discomfort. Singing really shouldn't feel painful. Yeah, that's a warning sign. If you're ever feeling like, oh, ouch, this hurts, don't, stop what you're doing, take a break, get a sip of water, do a little more warming up perhaps, and try again. All right, that has been our little talk about falsetto. Now go out there, drop that mic, break a leg.